So let's go back to that 8-year-old Desi when you kind of started to get into musical theater and tell us about how, with girls who all three did activities that my husband and I had no experience with. Jenna doing marching band and color guard to extremely high level, Josie doing ballet to extremely high level, Jessie doing musical theater, extremely high level. And we're all like, every time we're like, what's happening right now?
Okay, hold on. Yes, they're all like unicorns, and you're like, what do I do? Okay,
where do we go?
I feel the same way. So my family, I was kind of an alien in that sort of respect. My grandmother taught us to appreciate live theater, appreciate musicals, and appreciate the piano. So she kind of believed that, oh my gosh, you will not believe what she did. So my dad had 4 siblings, one of 5, and we all had a bunch of kids. So I have like 1,000 first cousins. Okay. Like it's amazing. My grandmother bought every single one of her grandchildren a year of piano.
Piano lessons for
piano lessons.
Wow.
Every single one. Now, she said it's up to you if you don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. I, though, as matriarch, highly encourage it, she said. So it was like, okay. And so for my parents, they said, okay, Granny bought this, you're going to do it. It was like, this is going to happen. I think I was the only one. Some people continued after the first year. Mm-hmm. I was the only one that I studied classical piano for 14 years.
Really?
So I fell in love with the instrument. And I believe my knowledge of the instrument is what led me to have an appreciation for musicals, composition, orchestras, right? Like the whole thing that is the magic of theater, musical theater, Disney, all of it. Mm-hmm. But when I was 8, like I was not a child prodigy. Like I was not, Julie, I did not have, I look back.
I find that hard to believe.
I want to tell you something. And I've chatted with my mom about this and I'm like, please be honest. And she's like, you're right, Desi. Like, you're right. You had a sweet voice. Mm-hmm. You could sing on pitch most of the time. But like, I was by no means this, like, I would never have played Annie in Annie. Speaking of, we were chatting about that earlier. Like I didn't have this big voice. What I had was curiosity, passion. I had excitement, and I had, I also think I had a compassion for other people and for storytelling. And then I had a bit of musical knowledge with the piano. So what I had was this like bigger scope, because I talk with like Wayne Bryan, who's the producing director at Music Theater of Wichita, who was one of these mentors who took me under his wing. And I'm like, Wayne, like, what did you see in me? Like, what? I'm sorry, but like, let's really talk about it. I was not a star. I mean, he goes, Desi, no, you wanted to work, and you wanted to, and your personality was infectious, and we all wanted to be around you, even at 8 years old.
So that right there, if we stopped right there, could be life lessons from now till the end of time.
Yep.
Because I mean, listeners, let's not make any mistake right now. Desi Oakley is one of the most talented people on the planet. Okay. So we're not taking talent off the table out of the equation here.
Okay. That's right.
But her point is,
you are so kind.
Can all learn from, because I say this a lot about my own coaching business and my own entrepreneurship journey as well. Like, I don't feel like I'm very talented or very smart. I didn't have a business degree, but I'll show up and I'll be consistent and I'll work hard to figure it out. And I think it's the same. So it doesn't matter what industry you're in.
Correct. That's right.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. And it's also something to remember. Like, I think that we all have curiosity. Like, we all might not be able to belt a high note.
Right.
Okay. But we all can show up.